Isla is coming in this video, but I just thought I'd start the video because I think she might be like another minute, and I thought, well, like we're kind of running out of time, so I thought I'd just start the video. Hi guys! This video is going to be me and Isla's stretching routine. So we thought, because like our stretching routines are pretty similar, we thought we'd just kind of merge them together and we came up with this. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I think Isla should be coming. Yep, here she is. Well, we're just going to do a warm up because obviously it's really important to warm up before you do any stretching, because like when you're stretching you're kind of like tearing your muscles, and then when you're like, if you're not stretching they just like tear and like bounce back into shape, if you know what like.
If they start like this they heal like that, then you stretch them some more, then they heal a bit further out, then some more and they feel even further out. Then you naturally become more flexible, but each time they do go back in a little bit.
So yeah, let's get on with the warm up. Now that we have done our warm up, we are going to now start with stretching. So the first stretch we're going to do is just a pike stretch, which is basically like you're sitting like this and just sitting up nice and tall and do like train tracks going like this. Then once you've done that like about 10-20 times, just hold it and try and get your kind of focusing to get a straight back instead of a bent back when you're doing this, and hold this for about 20 seconds and just get your head on your knees and all of that.
So next thing is straddle, which is pretty much you're going to be sit with your legs in a triangle, trying to keep your legs in the same place on the back so you can see, and just pushing your butt as far forward as possible. And what you're going to want to do is you're trying to sit on the front of your butt and try and lean forward, get your hands and trying to aim to get your stomach on the ground, not just your head, because as Sarah said, you want a nice flat back in most of these stretches instead of a bit back. So we're just going to lean forward, putting your head on the ground and holding this for as long as possible, or about 20 to 30 seconds, just to give you a nice good stretch. Don't let your knees roll in because that could be quite damaging. So keep toes to the ceiling and knees to the ceiling, and just be like 1, 2, 3, 4. When you're in straddle, another one, as well as going forward, you're going to want to go to the sides and trying to stretch over as far as possible, and also go on to the other side and do it as well. I'm more right-legged than left-legged, so I'm better at all the right leg stretching. And then once you've done that, you're going to want to go into the middle and then to the side. Place like your head and your stomach onto this leg like that and try and get flat back as well. Do that on this side as well. So the next stretch is, a lot of people call it like a butterfly stretch. You like pretty much, you're like a little butterfly, and in this you always have to remember to hold your ankles, not your toes. Where you're going to just place your hands on your ankles and then your elbows on your knees and just push down as far as you can. Make sure you push quite like safely on this, because this is like quite a tender stretch. Like, it's not something that you want to damage yourself with. And then another stretch is when you're like this, you want to try and get your stomach like on your toes and or your head past your toes, and just leaning forward like so. The next one is just the squashed frog, and if you lie on your stomach and do this again and like that and try and get your feet down to the ground. I can do this one if someone pushes my feet down, but I can't just like do it myself. Well, another one for your hamstrings is, it's a bit like the pike fold, but you're going to do it standing up with your feet together, and just want to put your hands flat on the ground, as flat as possible. Again, trying to keep your back kind of straight. I'm not the best at this, but you can do that. Trying to get your head to your knees, holding that like this. As you put your legs in like a second, grab your ankles and just pull yourself through for as long as you can. You can bend and then stretch, so you can try and pull yourself as far as possible right through your legs, holding these again for about 20 to 30 seconds or longer, depending on what you like. So the next stretch is
for high kicks and stuff like that, and it is when you just lay it on your back. You just grab your leg. Sometimes I find it easier to start with this. This is another stretch, I'll just show you this. So when you're in your pike sit, you just grab this leg and try and pull it up to here and try and keep your straight back. And you just want to pull it back into just pull it back into the splits. And also, if you have a friend, you can kind of put, like, you're trying to push against them and they're trying to push like you down. Once you've done that, you should be able to,
And then push again. Since Sarah's very far in a split, and then relax. We can get her leg practically past her head.
now I can get my leg past my head in this one. Also do just kicks like so, just kicking up and down, trying to keep your bottom leg on the ground.
If you find that difficult, get a friend
to keep your leg on the ground.
The next stretch is for your splits, your like scissor splits or right-left splits. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna like start kneeling and just like sort of go into a lunge like that. I know this one sort of like stretches out muscles in it, gets you quite good sensation for your front leg of what the splits are sort of like. Another stretch just to get you right down. You can try back bends where you're going to lean back, but you'll need a friend for this. So she's just going to grab my arms and pull my back.
But you don't want to pull the person too far back. You don't want to overstretch them because you don't want to hurt them, do you?
You can put your leg up and then grab it with one hand and then try and just balance and put your head to your leg. And that gives a nice hamstring stretch as well. Now I'm going to do everything on both legs.
So another split stretch is just these ones. This one is like pike, and you're just going to want to fold down. So I'm stretching my right leg, so I'm just going to fold in my left leg. And this is literally exactly the same as your pike set, except like your legs folding out exactly. So for this one, you're just going to do the train track things again, and then just pull forward. And if you're quite good at this one like me, you can try and get your face onto the floor, like past your leg. Also, another one is basically the same thing like this. You just want to do the same again and keeping a flat back.
The next thing is a lunge with one foot like that, and then your back leg like straight, so your toes like pushed out, and you're just going to want to like really try and push and give a nice like deep stretch there and try and get a split from knee to knee. And then you can place your knee down and just push as much as you can like right into the floor. I'm holding this again for about 20 to 30 seconds. Then the next thing you can do is, if this is not too hard, then you can just pull up your back leg. You just want to get right into that stretch, and this is a great stretch for here, your hamstrings. Another one, like it's sort of like the opposite of the lunge, and you're just going to be leaning back from the lunge in the same position and trying to put your chest as flat as you can onto your leg here, and just leaning right forward, trying to get both elbows on the floor. And if you find this really easy, you can flex this foot and that will give a deeper stretch down the back of your leg. And you can also do this standing up, and that gives a stretch down there as well. And just putting your stomach flat on the ground. This is like an A stand.
The next stretch is splits, and for this I just prefer to go from the stretch that Isla was just doing. So go from here and just slide down like that. You can do this from standing up and sliding down, but I always end up like I start sliding down and then I end up doing this and sliding down into them. Just go forward and slide down into them. Once you're in here, you can do fold forward and also try and go backwards. And again, if you have a friend, this can help you.
So I'm just going to hold her, pull her back until she says it's sore, because I do not want to hurt her too much.
Swimming through is also a really good stretch for these. Once you're in the splits, you go forward and come into them again, and just keep doing that. And this is a really good one for the splits.
So the next stretch is box splits, which is very like straddle, but instead of sitting down, you're like right up on your feet. And I'm not right in box split, but you just want to slide as far down as you can. And if you're close, putting your elbows on the ground. I'd prefer doing it like this and making sure that your knees are facing the ceiling and just sliding down as far as possible. You can't do many stretches for box splits apart from standing sort of in a second like that, or the butterfly stretch, so you just have to really work on that one.
So the next one is like for splits as well, but if you're like right down in the splits, you can do over splits, which is like you're in the splits and then your leg comes up, so you're like over the splits. You can just put your foot up on like a high surface like this, or if you're like just in the splits, you can use a slightly lower surface. Depends, like if you just want something, you can like pile up cushions. I'm just going to use the sofa for now because like I know I can do it. You just want to slide in like that, so as you can see, like my leg is over the splits, and again just doing like forward bends and all that.
So the next stretch is after you've done like all your legs and stuff, you want to stretch out your back and stuff. So there's quite a few good stretches for this. The first one is sort of like a bridge or a crab. Bend your legs and lie on your back and put your hands facing like that way but flat. And then you're just going to push up with your feet together if possible. If not, you can splay them apart a little bit. And then you can just push up, trying to straighten your legs and just like rock a little bit. So bend your legs, then straighten them, and bend and straighten. And if you're quite confident with it, you can attempt to kick over. You need to have your shoulders quite stretched for this. But if you feel like you're ready, then go ahead and try it. So just put one foot in, step and kick, like so. One more good stretch is you're going to lie on your stomach using your hands to push yourself up, and you're just going to put your legs slightly apart, and then just bend them and try and get your head to touch your feet. So you're just going to get up and do up like so. It's like and whack. So yeah, that is all the back stretches.
Like once you've done all your stretching and you feel like you've got a little bit of a sore back, you can just go forward, like just be on your knees and just go forward like that and just like stretch out your back. It doesn't like hurt so much, but if you do have a sore back it might hurt, but it's like not hard to do. And just like stretch out your arms and stuff. I think that is all our stretches.
Yep, that is all our stretches, and we try and do these as often as possible so that we can be nice and flexible for our dancing. So you should definitely try this at home, but remember to be safe. And that is our video finished for today. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. If not, you'll miss out on all the stars and news vibes. Bye bye.